Metroplex, we join you from Jerry World, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Tonight, a good one in the NFC. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys.
Cowboy Nation, here are your Dallas Cowboys.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. The Pro Bowler Brandon Aubrey has us set. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Vikings come out. Technically, it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy. But really, it's year 1. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback of the Vikings.
Mike, when you put the film on of J.J. McCarthy, what really jumps off the screen is his ability to display footwork both inside and outside the pocket. And those movement throws, especially in today's NFL, they are so critical. On top of all that, he has a lot of trust in his arm. He's not afraid to attack tight windows. If he can continue to develop, continue to hone this obvious talent, he could really be a special player in this league.
Just a yard on first down. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. They get 18 on that one. 1st down, Minnesota.
And the Vikings, 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet, but they get him down. It's no gain.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
They'll put Addison in motion. Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. He connects with Jordan Addison. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They get 15 on that game. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
He looks forward for maybe a yard. Donovan Wilson will bring him down.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
They run it once more with Jones. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 11. 1st down, Minnesota.
1st down. 1st and 10.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one. And it'll bring up second down.
So you're a couple inches away from, instead of celebrating a touchdown with your boys on the sideline, you're trotting back to the huddle with your tail between your legs. And that's the fine line between success and failure in the NFL. And the reality is, he knows it, the sideline knows it, the huddle knows it. At this level, you've got to make that play.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
In motion, Naylor. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up fourth down.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass. So they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
A 38-yard attempt.
Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Cavante Turpin on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Cowboys come out and they are led out by Dak Prescott as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, three-time Pro Bowler who is now 32 years old.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 7. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Left side, caught by Lamb. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
He'll get this complete. It's George Pickens. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he'll get it back to midfield. That's it. No gain on the play.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run through it with Williams. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
Well, what looked like an advantage for the offense, Mike, facing second and short now, has turned into a win for the defense. Back-to-back stops for a loss, and it brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, the veteran Brian Anger on to punt for Dallas. Back deep for the Vikings, it's Miles Price. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Vikings offense going to take over now for the second time. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score. as they start again with a first down. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
It's a loss of 2.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. The ball comes out. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
On third and long, here's McCarthy. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
And this is a great example of what can happen when you play complementary football. The back end holds up nicely in coverage, and then that front seven is able to wreak havoc and put an end to this play.
So on fourth down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. Cavante Turpin to return for the Cowboys. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Cowboys offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, Cowboys.
1st and 10.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Now Prescott going to make the read and keep it himself. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Vikings with the edge. We're back to Arlington in a moment. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football. They've got it facing 3rd and a yard. They'll go with the sneak, and he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys move out to a 7-3 lead.
Vikings 3.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the 1st down.
That is incomplete. No way to force a football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They'll run the toss here with Jones. And he's going to be close to the 1st down. Out of bounds, just a little short. Need to pick it up on 3rd down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the 1st down.
And the Vikings 1st down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 25-yard line.
31 yards.
A big play for Minnesota. 31 yards.
A gain of 31 yards.
Well, that right there, Mike, is your once-a-game reminder of just the importance of shore tackling. This run never gets anywhere near where it ends up if that initial hit was stronger and he was able to take him down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Off the bootleg, it's McCarthy. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
From the 20, here's second down and 5. Now a handoff. Jones. Low. And he will get into the end zone. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Vikings.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. He gets it to go, and the Vikings are on top. It's now 10-7.
Cowboys 7.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
That's down the field for Lamb. He's got it, and he will score. C.D. Lamb, touchdown Cowboys. A beautiful combination in the air there, the pass downfield, and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The kicker on
now
for
Aubrey
the extra point.
For the extra point. He's got it. Cowboys are on top. It's 14-10.
Makes the score, Cowboys 14, Vikings 10.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Price now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll put Addison in motion. Play action now. It's McCarthy. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down.
First down. A gain of 30. First down, Vikings.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
37-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 4. On the draw, here's Jones. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 15.
15-yard pickup there. It'll be a Vikings first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Cowboys' 19-yard line.
2nd and 7. They'll put Addison in motion. McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. To the middle of the field. Taken in by Addison. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal. Try to finish off this drive with a touchdown. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
6-yard line.
From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. Here's a run. Good blocking, and he's in. Gordon Mason. Touchdown, Minnesota. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Reichert now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Vikings move out to a 3-point edge. 17-14.
14.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. There's CeeDee Lamb heading back out there with the rest of his Cowboys teammates. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now, Prescott. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb.
It leads to second and
It's
10.
second down.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
This pass right side, caught by Lamb. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. And he will have the first down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Greg and I, back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. Williams gets it on the draw, and he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. Eric Wilson on the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Second down and 8. Prescott now. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 18-yard line.
Second and 10. To throw is Dak. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He is down at the 6.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. And at the very least, got to come away with some points.
They'll run. It's Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
Second and
A
goal.
loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. This one is complete. It's Pickens. Cowboys going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Third and goal. A shotgun snap for Prescott. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one just didn't feel right from the jump. I think he sensed that he was either going to take a sack or get baited into making a bad throw. So ultimately a good decision. Just throw the ball away.
On fourth down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. This about as short as you can get. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will tie this game up here late in the first half.
What a methodical drive to close this half out. I mean, let's not forget, Mike, they get the ball after the break as well, so they get back-to-back. They call it doubling up possessions. Last one of the first half, first one of the second half. It's a great opportunity to put some distance between you and the opponent.
Brandon Aubrey.
So the late field goal brings us level. Final few seconds before halftime as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. To throw is McCarthy. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. They play it short, take it at the 15-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll start out first down and 10. Prescott. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Trying the left side. Here goes Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
A big play for the Cowboys. And even 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
It's now
I got high
2nd and
standards
10.
for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
On the give, it's Williams. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
15 yards.
A gain there of 15. That's good for a Dallas first down.
1st and 10. That's
The
a
best
15-yard
offensive
line.
play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
He was looking for George Pickens there,
Incomplete.
and it'll lead to a second down.
2nd down and 10.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Second down, Prescott. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position, but with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6, but after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's down. This defense hitting their ears back, coming to get him again. That's Jonathan Bernard busting in to record the sack.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey.
For the Cowboys.
This will be a 48-yard attempt.
48-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys move out in front, 20-17. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. Back to throw is Prescott. That is hot, back quarter of the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. That is second touchdown tonight.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
And we got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed. So replay will confirm this one before we do anything else.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Cowboys will go up by 7.
Makes the score Cowboys 24, Vikings 17.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. In motion, it's Jefferson. On play action, here's McCarthy. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Jalen Naylor was the intended receiver that time. And that will lead to a second down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
And that one is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Could they have called the push-off there? It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. And he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Cowboys offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. First down, it is Williams. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
On second down, it's Dak. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Here's Prescott. To the left side, he's got Ferguson. And he's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy where he needed to get to. It'll bring up fourth down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it looks like this is going to be a 3-and-out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top of the conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Jones. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. DeMarion Overshown there on the tackle.
It's 2nd and 8.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the Cowboys are going to come away with the football.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this
Previous
one.
play is under review.
At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. A give now. It's Jones on the zone read. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back, and they get him down for no gain.
No gain on the play.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
It's 3rd.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away. Picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He's got a receiver. It's Addison. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 27
They get the
yards.
conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
A gain of 27 on the play. 1st down, Minnesota.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
4 yards.
That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. And he's in! Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Vikings.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Will Reichert now on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Vikings will tie this game at 24. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. On the return, here's Turpin. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. That's Andrew Van Ginkel in on the tackle.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. Here's a screen set up to Williams. Good-looking screen play there, a gain of 11 and a 1st down.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback, and he continues to come up with these 3rd down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late. Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 6. Open man downfield. It's CeeDee Lamb. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, 4th quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame him.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Jonathan Allen on
The
tackle.
integrity of the defense,
No
Mike,
gain
is
on the
based on
play.
every defender
Second and
holding
10.
their gap.
At
That's
the
exactly what we saw out of this
12-yard
defensive
line.
tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Dak to throw. Throw left side, caught by Ferguson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Prescott. This one caught at the 4. To the goal line and in. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. Cowboys will go up by 7.
Makes the score Cowboys 31, Vikings 24.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Ty Felton now on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Play action now. It's McCarthy. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
On the ground now with Jones. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. A 19-yard pickup there. 1st down, Minnesota.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. To the middle of the field. Taken in by Addison. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They try to change it up with a draw, but The defense wasn't having any of it, didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Vikings.
I love the timing between the receiver and the quarterback. It's a really nice route. He's going to take this up the field, and then when he pulls that string back and he comes out of his break, the ball is there immediately. You can't wait for the receiver to actually look. This ball is well in the air before that receiver comes out of his cut.
Deron Bland, good coverage, and he gets his hands on that one.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. Pushed out to his left.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Big play coming up. This is third down. Here's McCarthy. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
So now, a big spot coming here. This to get the deficit down inside of a touchdown. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. He's back out now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Here's 1st and 10. Quick throw, going to be caught by Pickens. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
23-yard line.
They put Pickens in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. The defense uses its second timeout here, and don't forget, clock to the stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down and 3. On the play fake, Dak. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
To throw is Prescott. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he's close to the goal line. Won't have the touchdown, but he does pick it up on third down.
First down. First down and goal to go.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. Williams trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
Wilson. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. One more time for Williams. And this is not going to do it either. Stop for no gain. And just like that, it's 3rd and goal.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
They put Pickens in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down.
How about this for a goal line stand, Mike? Your back's against the wall, back-to-back plays, you hold tight. They set themselves up here to defend a 4th and goal try.
Who wants it more here? 4th and goal from the 1. They'll go for it. It's Williams. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Now Aubrey for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Cowboys will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Vikings 27.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Ty Felton now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. This one is caught by Addison.
McCarthy's pass complete to number 3, Jordan Addison. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. To throw is McCarthy. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. So it's a win for the Cowboys. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we say so long from Arlington.